Hey, it's Sean and Toby back with some more record reviews.
Hi, we're back, and yeah, we got a bunch to do because we're still playing catch up from both of us having COVID. It's a hot ass Saturday afternoon, and
Phew.
I got 30 minutes to do it because I'm getting picked up to go to Candy's birthday party.
Party!
See fucking One Good Long, and this party sucks.
Nice.
So that should be a good party. Fucking. You know what we're not going to get to see tonight is Soul Glow is playing. You going to that?
What? Solo's playing here?
They're
also?
playing a restaurant on the east side.
Are you fucking serious?
You should probably go to that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to see Soul Glow.
Okay.
What time are they playing?
I don't know, but Black Mercy's on the bill somewhere
Holy
too.
shit!
You should
And
go
Noble
to
didn't
that.
even tell me about this?
I think they just got added. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. Yes, I think you're going to go see Soul Glow tonight.
Yeah. So you should go do that, and you can tell us all about it, because that would be awesome. I'd love to do it. I can't fight the crowd right now.
Yeah.
But awesome. That's still, spoiler, my favorite album of the year so far is Soul Glow.
Yeah. It's
right. I mean,
unbelievable.
there's some stuff that's close, but man, that one. I mean,
yeah.
So don't bother. I mean, if you maybe get to our end of the year when we still got 5 months or whatever. I mean, there's no way that's not in the fucking top 3.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, absolutely. Top 2, top 1.
Yeah, god damn, that's a good album.
So
but okay. So I was gonna the other month or whatever, a few weeks back, I went and saw Pat Todd and the Rank Outsiders, and he gave a speech that he might give at all his shows, where he said, nostalgia is death, and I think that's his catchphrase, but I kind of like it, I mean, basically what I'm getting at is, like, I'm in such a better mood now that I listen to all new music all the time, and I'm just looking forward to new releases and stuff. It just really keeps my mind in a good place instead of rehashing, like, the classic same old stuff, which I have lots and lots of, but and it's great and it's earned its place, but man, just going over and over the past probably isn't the best thing for my mental health,
I think about that too, and when I was first introduced to a lot of the bands that really inspired a lot of the bands that I started playing in, like those bands were only 1 to 2 years. I was only 1 to 2 years into listening to them back in the 90s, but I feel the same way, I love listening to all this new music, and I think it keeps me sharp. But it definitely puts me in a really good mental state, which I feel like I was in the 90s when all this, shit was introduced to me, and I was like super inspired. So I feel super inspired now, just like
I've been
listening to
through
this stuff.
years in the past where it's like I didn't feel like I had the energy to listen to anyone's new music. People would hand me stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll get around to that when I'm in the mood, and I was never in the mood. But if I just make it as a discipline where I gotta be listening to stuff from this year. I started doing that like 2 years ago, like 2020. It's like I want to listen to all stuff from this year.
Yeah.
And especially by the time we switch into the second half of the year, which we just did, it's got to be all this year.
Right.
Right. And which fortunately, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, I know. It sounds like I like everything, but the truth is that there's stuff I've bought and not talked about because I'd rather focus on what I like. And I mean, people love to hear other people talking shit and dissing people, but I will try to be more accurate. But there's so much stuff that I'd like to promote that it just seems like has no promotion that I really care about and like, that I might as well talk about that.
Have you we'll get to this in a second, but like recently I've just really found it hard to listen to anything like that I have had on long play for the past 20 years, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what it was, but there's and you definitely know which records are timeless too by only listening to newer music and then like kind of falling back into something like like Band in DC. Like, I don't know if I could probably listen to that every day and not get sick of it. But there's some records that, I've tried to put on recently that I'm just like, man, I don't want to listen to this, for, I don't know if I'm good for the rest of my life, maybe, so, but yeah, it's really.
I mean, I think a lot of people quit listening to any new music when they get late 20s, 30s, or whatever. And then when I look back, all my stuff's in chronological order. I'll look back and I'll see what years that I don't have anything. And for me, a lot of it is when my kid was a toddler,
Yeah.
and I was pretty much trying to play classic stuff around the house, you know?
Right.
And I was also too damn busy to fucking keep up,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, maybe I could have focused on that. I do remember watching a lot of baseball while I fed the baby and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't do that. I mean, I went to a game last night. I went and saw the Express, but I don't follow sports at all right now, you know?
It's funny. My music really dropped off listening to new stuff in 2005 and 2012, and I was I was getting divorced.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Anyway, but all right, well, you ready to move on?
Get to the shit.
All
yeah.
right, so the first one,
Zombi and Friends.
this is a really, really fun record, and I'll say nostalgic, even though Pat Todd says it's death. This will make you feel nostalgic for the 80s
This
and
is
70s.
some metal dudes doing some yacht rock for the most part, and it's enjoyable and everyone can really play. You know, part of me when I hear, Zombie and Friends. So Zombie is two guys, from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Steve Moore on bass and synthesizers, and Anthony Patera on drums.
Okay.
They're kind of the founders, and they've got other people playing on this record, but those are the two main
And
ones.
they've got our guy from Pinkish Black singing. What's his name?
Shit.
Do you have it on here? It's right on here. Okay, so we got some guys from Dallas here and some guys from Austin. Darren Beck sings everything on this, right? And he's in the band Pinkish Black from Dallas.
Right.
And he's also been on America's Sure Got Talent TV show.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and apparently
What was he doing?
He's singing.
Wow.
And apparently he made a crack about Gene Simmons as judge, and Gene Simmons told him like he'd never go anywhere or anything, you know? Like he was a little too punk rock for
Gene
America's
Simmons'
Got the
taste?
Talent.
Yeah.
But
America's got that talent.
dude, I want to have a band called the Masked Bass Player, right? Where it's just like you come out there, they have a band,
What is
and
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then at the end they're like, and from AC/DC it's Cliff Williams, and everyone's like, who?
What?
Angus? And you're like, no, Cliff Williams. He's been in AC/DC since '78.
Yeah.
No, so and they're like, huh? Wow, really? You're in AC/DC?
No,
Yeah.
it's Angus. It's
Yeah,
Malcolm.
no, but anyway, so Darren Beck. Okay, and on bass we've got from the Sword, Brian Ritchie,
Oh, okay.
who's got the same name as a guy who really made me want to play bass. Another Brian Ritchie from the Violent Femmes.
Oh.
Although this Brian Ritchie is with a Y Brian and a T in Ritchie, and Brian Ritchie from the Violent Femmes is I Brian with the CH.
Gotcha. No T.
Right, two bass players named Brian Ritchie, and so and then the Al. Oh no, Al, okay, so Al's in the band and Steve Moore's in the band. Anyway, so like a lot of these songs, like the second the main riff started, I knew all the words because I grew up listening to the radio in the 70s. And so they start off with Guilty by Barbra Streisand, Barry Gibb, and Suspicion. Who did that? Like Eddie Rabbitt or Charlie Rich or something? And then I can't tell you why the Eagles. Okay, here's the connection. This connects us to this record coming up. You know, so...
Well, we can do that next.
Okay, we'll talk about that next. Yeah, Eye in the Sky. You know, okay, so a few things struck me about this. One, Eye in the Sky, you know, it's about Big Brother in 1984.
Yeah.
That song's more relevant now than it was when it came out.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
like it's more timely. Eye in the Sky. I've got a soft spot for Alan Parsons Project. Like, mostly the hits. I don't really know their albums.
Sure.
And then Take You Back is the song from the opening credits of Rocky. It's like Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone, yeah.
Yeah, and Taken to the Streets, Doobie Brothers, and Captain of Our Heart, remember Double. So that's like the latest song. So that's like 86 or
Right.
87. So that's not quite yacht rock era, but it, you know, when you hear it, it's yacht rock. You know, Deja Vu, Dionne Warwick. You'll never find another love like mine. Which one? I don't remember that. Anyway, and then America, the Neil Diamond song.
Right.
So the other thing that struck me, just re-listening to these songs, is America, which I made fun of. Like, what could be cornier than saying,
Right,
okay,
right.
you say today, and I'm going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
My country, 'tis of thee,
Today.
sweet land of liberty.
Today.
But you know what? That song is like, comes off like a lefty anthem. It's all like pro-immigration.
Yeah.
And it's all like, that's not a thing that everyone's gonna want to sing along with, and I think it sounds even better now. You know, I think Neil Diamond, you know, whatever, he's proven over time that he's a good dude, and whatever. It's so this is a totally enjoyable album, and it's called Volume 1, so
Yeah, look out for more. I'm
look
sure.
out for more.
And here's the thing, though,
uh-huh.
like these are kind of mirror images of the originals. Like if like you were thinking, which I was, that this was gonna be like doom metal or like
No.
Yeah, this isn't that. What's that Napalm Death singer's cover band called? 6 Feet Under. Now they did
No,
covers.
that's Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse, yeah,
they
anyway.
do straight up rock covers.
Yeah, they do rock covers, but I was
Like,
thinking it was going to be something like that, but it's not. These guys are craftsmen at what they're doing, and they're really
showing that they're versatile musicians who can play.
Eye in the
anything.
Sky. I was like, for a second, I was like, is this playing like the original Eye in the Sky?
Yeah,
Because it's so similar,
And
but
you
it's so
know,
good.
Alan Parsons had the best musicians on his shit too.
Yeah,
you know,
but these
so-
guys are masters of their craft, and it's a lot of fun.
This is a very enjoyable record. You should put it on your fucking shuffle mix because it'll fit. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, all the way through.
Yeah. Okay. And here's do you know what our connection? Here's what we're going to talk about now. The new album by Dream Syndicate. It's called
Ultraviolet, Battle Hymns, and True Confessions on came out June 10th.
June 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Fire Records.
I totally like this album. Like, this is totally mellow. This is like some 80s indie rock. I mean, these guys, fucking Days of Wine and Roses came out in 83. Now, I had that on cassette. So I hadn't listened to anything Dream Syndicate had done in forever. I had Out of the Gray on cassette from 1986, and I bought that when it came out. And I saw the video on MTV, and I liked it, and no one else I knew liked it. But I put it on. And then later on, I bought a copy of Days of Wine and Roses on cassette, and I don't know where that shit is now. And you know, it was never like at the top of my playlist, but you know, it was in medium rotation.
Yeah.
But this man, I mean, old guys get good guitar tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like these guys have been playing. If I was gonna, this is like, when I hear this is some 80s, it sounds bad when I say indie rock, but when I hear this, it's like I'm right back in my fucking bedroom, and it's 1988, and I listen to a lot of shit like this, you know,
Yeah.
and it's, you know how I was talking about Creator sounded so extreme to me in 1987, because most things I was listening to were about this pace.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was listening to some punk rock, but you know, anyway, if this reminds me of any record, and I'm gonna name a record that I love, and it's not a classic, but the fucking Television reunion album, self-titled album from 1992, just called Television, is such a good record.
Fuck,
and
I haven't heard that.
it's just like everyone has like mature, masterful guitar tone. Everyone's, you know, great at their instrument, and like this is just it sounds great to me. I put it on plenty of times, listened to it a bunch, and it's a good album to chill out to. How do you feel about it, Sean?
It definitely puts you in a great mood. Like, it's a mood, right? It's one of those mood records where
Yeah,
you put it on and you feel like you're in high school again. Like, I get the same feeling as like listening to Daydream Nation or something, you know, as I do listening to this. This would have been a like mega rotation for me in high school, but yeah, for sure, it's like spacey, mid-tempo. Look, these guys are the owners of the Paisley Underground movement. You know, like it's a huge alternative showing, but no, they're great. I swear Frenchie Smith had a piece of production in this.
Yeah, right.
Because it comes out of the last.
Really nice guitar tone.
Yeah,
good.
Everything's just like super.
You can tell they have like vintage gear.
Yeah.
And they've got decades of working on their
What
tone
is
and
that?
stuff. This is just the sleeve. That's nice. You can see that's kind of embossed. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, no, it's a good package. Yeah. And fucking, I just printed a CD, so I'm gonna consider myself a little bit of an authority. Fucking digipacks don't really cost more than jewel cases, and jewel cases suck and they break like 20% of the time. Man, I just got the new Guar album on. That fucking that jewel case is shattered.
Sucks.
But anyway, fucking digipack. Everyone who likes CDs prefers digipack. Anyway, so this Dream Syndicate is awesome. Songs I like. Fucking Lesson Number 1 is super catchy. Gets stuck in my head. Beyond Control. Basically, okay. So here's the connection, right? The second song, Damien, has got the fucking riff from Eagles. I can't tell you why.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like when you're kind of riding on doing something familiar songwriting wise, you can do something to alter it, or you can just go full with it and fucking use the same setting. And that's what Dream Syndicate did on that. But they go somewhere else with the song. So despite that, because like that's a 2-chord riff. The Eagles weren't the first to do it. It's just that's the song you've heard the most, with that. But yeah, Dream Syndicate used it to a different effect, and it's nice.
It's got 2 of the original members from the 81 to 89 crew, founding members, Steve Wynn and Dennis Duck, right? Cool. And then 2 new people. Kendra Smith is obviously gone, but Mark Walton and Jason Victor. One of them plays bass and took the place of their founding member, Pedora. What was his last name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
These are the wrong favorite songs.
Which one? What's that from?
These are Michael Monroe. Like, I just copied and pasted.
Right,
and
right. Do you have favorite songs on this?
The first one's good, Where I'll Stand.
Where I'll
Like,
Stand.
that really
That's
encompasses
good.
the whole record. And Hard to Say Goodbye is a good song also.
Yeah.
It's real melancholy. And but just, like, so great with like you said, the production. And these guys, like, their equipment must be like absolutely top notch because great tones and sounds and synth, everything is just amazing. So, yeah, really good.
Yeah, loving the Dream Syndicate.
All right, on to some harder
totally
stuff
different.
Now. Jungle Rot, A Call to Arms.
But man, how about that artwork, huh? Okay, now this has been
that's the best
in my car CD player for about a week now. Anyway, a couple weeks, and they have good artwork all the time. So guess what? It's total straight up death metal. These guys have a bunch of albums out, right? How many?
Yeah, this is their 11th studio album. They formed in '93 from Kenosha, Wisconsin. This came out May 13th on Unique.
It came out May 13th, but I had it pre-ordered and I did not get it till like June something. So I haven't been sitting on it that long.
Right.
But with supply chain issues and all that.
Right.
But this is a high energy traditional death metal album. If I saw these guys, I didn't know who they were. I saw them. Me and John went to go see Deicide, and these guys opened and they were fucking awesome. They totally killed it. There were a bunch of kids there to see them. You could tell were like, Jungle Rot fans.
Right.
Right. But yeah, we were there to see Deicide. Deicide at that show, which was very undersold, put on one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Wow.
Best death metal. Because they were, that was 2012. Okay, so it's been a little while,
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys are great. I've never owned one of their albums before, but Yeah, it's a high energy album. It's when I think back on it, it's not like many of the songs get stuck in my head, but when I listen to it back, I'm like, oh yeah, this song, like Beyond the Grave, uh, man, that it sounds like something that could be on Motorhead or Gasmatron, but
Yeah.
taken with the, in the chorus and the backup vocals, which is I love that album. That's like one of my that's the album, just because my age that got me into Motorhead, and then I had to go backwards and hear the trio. Let me see, Asymmetric Warfare. That song's awesome. Maggot Infested. Yeah, basically super solid death metal album, high energy, kept me in a good mood driving. The things you will remember here are fucking riffs, the vocals are kind of like death metal, traditional drill sergeant vocals. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking meat and potatoes shit if you're a death metal fan, and you're gonna enjoy it.
And there's not much difference from their first record to this record. Like, they're keeping with the thrash death metal formula. I mean, it's pure 90s death groove, a lot of chugga-chuggas and, a lot of time for headbanging, and it's super fun. Like, it's good. I was talking to Toby when I first got here, and I've been listening to this record all week, and I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling jungle rot, and I don't know. I think I was in the wrong state of mind or place, but I re-listened to it today, and I changed my opinion. Like, these guys are just, again, more masters of their craft and sticking with what they like and love, and it's death thrash metal. And it's not going to change, and they know that, and they're fine with that, and they are making good on that, because it's a solid record.
They've got some musicality things that are going on that make them stick out within the confines of traditional death metal. But yeah, it's very traditional, and it's got good energy, and I never got tired of it in my car. I just even though, like, if you asked me to sing a song back to you, I wouldn't be able to. But I mean, you can also occasionally there's a cannibal chord, whatever. Death metal isn't written like that,
Right.
But I've enjoyed this record, and I'll still put it on. It gets me pumped up, and yeah, Jungle Rot.
Jungle Rot on, let's see, Unique Leader Records. Dave Matrice rhythm guitar. James Genens
on bass.
Yeah. Jeff
He's
Bubb,
good.
lead guitar. Spencer Cyphers on drums. So,
yeah, they were great live band. They totally won everyone over. I mean, anyone who'd heard of them, man.
All right.
Deicide fans, which of these first? How about the local one?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the local guys. Ungrieved.
Oh my God, we're getting to the really good shit now.
Yeah, this is Sleepwalking to Extinction. It's an 2-song EP.
Okay, this art is from a Chick track. Somewhere in my old garage, I have a shoebox full of these religious comic books. The Jack T. I actually wrote this dude in like '91 and was like, I want to spread the word. Give me, and they'd send you a bunch of comic books, and they were all totally wrong, and they were just for my own amusement, but yeah, so that's, I guess he's not around to sue the shit out of them for this, but unless they just copied his style. Sleepwalking to Extinction. Okay, these guys used to be a band called Blood Royale that was a really good local metal band that had some EPs out, and this is nice.
Yeah, look at that. That's great.
That's some
nice
deluxe packaging,
7-inch
right?
EP, jeez. Yeah.
And I've yet to see them live, but judging from this EP, it smokes. It's kind of like heavy ass stoner rock, stoner metal.
Shit, I can't wait to see them live.
It's got two guitars trading off leads.
Yeah, real great. Matt Pikesh reminds me of like the vocal style, like kind of raspy, like thrash vocal style, but great. I mean, yeah, 2 smoking guitar players. Let's see, their guitar players are JT Smith and Diego Garza.
JT Drunk from the Drunks.
Yeah, and I think like these guys trade off duties on like leads, but they rip it up. great job. And everyone does a great job on this record, and I love the mix of it. Also, it's not overdone. It's just
the drummer,
bare bones, and like exactly what you need for
what's
this
his
style.
name? John Petrie.
Yeah, John Petrie.
Yeah, he recorded all those Lost Well sessions on that Live at the Lost Well record. And so, this got really good production.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a great entry from, our own, Austin's own, Ungrieved. Great death metal, doom metal, heavy metal. I think this is their third release.
Is it?
Yeah. They've got I don't want to, but yeah, I wrote third release, but I don't know what that means.
I think they're, still fairly fresh,
right.
You know?
But this is like, this stuff is really... After listening to, look, nothing against Jungle Rot, again, exactly what you know Jungle Rot for is what they do best. But these guys, they've got some really different styles. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill death metal. Like they've got some tricks in there, and they've got some interesting sounding hooks in their songs. So I was really pleasantly surprised when I was listening to this.
Stoner thrash metal. Yeah, it's got good dual leads.
Yeah, good songwriting.
Doomy, very doomy.
Yeah, the songwriting's excellent.
Yeah, it's I can't wait to see these guys live. This is a great EP.
Yeah,
and
a lot of fun. Stripped down death metal, lively enough to feed the hungriest of metal lovers' appetite. That's what I wrote. All right, last one.
And this is the shit right here, Warthog. And this is like, I'm sorry. This from New York.
Yeah,
right?
New York hardcore.
And this is like their 5th single, Warthog. And all their singles sell out. And I should have gotten the last one. Now, Warthog, I grew up, came of age listening to the local Warthog 2000, which turned into Fuck Emos. So,
So these guys paid.
When I saw these guys, first thing, look at that art.
Wow.
I thought of Russell and Giuseppe and Alfred and Justin. But look at that.
That's awesome.
That's some good art, huh? That pencil drawing. Anyway, these guys got like a Poison Idea kind of sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
I fucking love Poison Idea.
Me too.
And they're heavy as shit. This is probably, of all of this, the most essential record of the week. I don't know. I think it's great. It's heavy as shit.
Right out of the gate, as soon as you drop the needle, it's just like you get punched in the face.
These guys would kill
so
if they came
energy.
here and played fucking with Ungrieved at the Lost Well.
It's one of those records, as soon as you put it on, you just imagine what the crowd is going to be like.
It's a total fucking pit
frenzy.
starter.
Yeah, total pit, total frenzy. These guys are on Toxic State Records. So Christopher Hansel vocals, Goo on guitar, Sully on guitar, Mateo Cartagena on bass, and Ryan Naidu on drums. My favorite song was Four Walls, which
Four
is the first
Walls
one,
is dope.
but it hits you in the fucking dick.
And it goes straight into Terrestrial Progress, and then Digital Tumor on the B-side. So Goo, I just read. So I guess these guys, I can't get a gauge on how big they are. I'm sure they fucking own the New York scene, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. They've been around since 2012, and they've got 8 releases of demos and EPs.
Do they tour?
They've got a live 8-song
record
out also.
So what I'm getting at is they must have the ear of a lot of people, because Mike Goo, I just read on Blabbermouth, is in a new band with... he seems to be the least well-known person in it. It's got, the drummer from Cannibal Corpse and the singer from fucking Municipal Waste.
Wow.
Yeah. So they must be into this shit too.
Shane Embry.
Yeah, Shane Embry's in his millionth band. He's going to show up as their session.
No, he's not in the band. But that says a lot, though. Like, these guys must be...
they must be the bomb. Yeah, they must.
Which they are.
You know what they are is they're an insider band. If you're in the know, if you're in a band, if you're a total music nerd, you're gonna know about this, but I don't think they've made it into the popular consciousness. You know?
Noble, who sings for Black Mercy, when Toby
Yeah.
put this on for me a couple weeks ago, I immediately texted Noble and I was like, "Oh my God, you need Warthog in your life!" And of course, he'd already known about it. Which, to Toby's point, if you know anything about the New York hardcore scene or hardcore in general, right now the insider scoop is fucking Warthog.
Warthog, yeah.
So these guys are great. Yeah, pick this up. Pick up all their previous stuff. It's just like high energy New York hardcore. Great vocal style. A lot of fun.
Yeah, not like moshcore as much as like. I mean, like I said, the band I think of most of is Poison Idea, which is one of my favorite bands ever.
But good stuff. Next week we got a lot of fun stuff
What
coming
are we
up
going to
too.
talk about next week?
Massacre.
We got
new Jack White.
Yeah, there's a new Neil Young.
Neil Young.
Entrails from Sweden. There's Viagra Boys.
Viagra Boys.
God, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so much new stuff to come out to talk about the next few weeks. So we're stoked to talk about all those.
The
things.
Linda
Linda's, yep.
And I've got Made of Teeth from England.
Huh.
Yeah, that's something I ordered, and then I've got some other stuff coming.
Awesome.
So that's about as much time as we have because our ride's about to show up.
Thanks for watching.
But we're gonna play the song, right?
Yep.
Thanks for watching once again. I appreciate it. Thanks for anyone who's written us Temple of Void. That was really nice to hear from them too.
Yeah, and if you are watching this now, go see Soulblow tonight.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. God damn, I can't wait to go see those guys now.
All right. Oh, my strap. There we go.
Oh, my strap. Oh, my back.
Come see John Motard 9 o'clock tomorrow night, Sunday, at 3 Links in Dallas. If you're in Dallas, I forgot to plug that. All right. Thank you.